Welcome back to Legendary Mill Games. I'm your host, Joe, and today we are finally concluding our island tour with Old Longfellow, starring none other than Far Harbor itself. Now, we are exploring some of the ruined and damaged buildings along the way just to showcase that, like I said last episode, there is no unused space in the Far Harbor DLC. Every corner of it, even if it's not called out, is packed with something to find, something to explore. As you can see, we literally have ourselves a red rocket here in the outskirts of Far Harbor. And we are ultimately working our way south. There are 3 main locations we're going to be looking at today, and one of those locations is going to give us the strongest weapon in the entire game, unmodded, unridiculous. At least in my opinion. I know people can come up with the craziest concoctions that shoot like 5 or multi-fire mini nukes at things, but in normal playthrough, this is definitely one of the strongest weapons in the game. So, get ready, because not only that, we are also going to finish off our Perk Magazines and our notes today. As you can see, these ruined, unmarked building locations actually do hold pretty good loot in all of them, as long as you're willing to explore. As you can see here, even on the outskirts of town, big cap statues. So, always good to look around no matter where you go, and ultimately we are going south of Far Harbor. So, first location is going to be out here right at the shore, and this location is absolutely enormous, and I recommend you stay far away from this place until you have a lot of good weaponry, because this is literally the largest trapper base I have ever seen in the entire DLC, and I'm telling you, it will run you over like a freight train if you're not prepared for it. Make sure you have plenty of explosives, plenty of grenades and such, because this location is great to look at. Tons of loot to get from it, and it is enormous. This is the MS Azalea, and it is literally a gigantic crashed freightliner right off the coast. As you can see there, Bilge is the trapper boss here, and ultimately I'm just going to take him out before I even deal with any of the others, because look at the bottom radar down there, all the red enemy signatures. It is absolutely preposterous. So, back here, just bomb him with every explosive you have imaginable, because at least then the splash damage can help damage trappers that are near him. Once Bilge is out of here, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Now, down here, as you can see, we've got a terrible welcome committee, as we've got trappers, we've got legendary, we've got scroungers, we've got everything here in the trapper universe. So, get as many variety of weapons as you can going into this place. Longfellow, he's going to be the big help here. As you can see, he's actually using a weapon for once, not just whacking things with his Children of Adam hammer. And basically, he is the distraction, we are the overwhelming force. So, let's push our way onto the freightliner, past this initial guard depot that they have set up here. As you can see, this is going downhill really fast, because we're going to end up getting a bottleneck of them right around the front of the freighter, which is really what we ultimately want. This also gives us a perfect chance to absolutely eviscerate things with the Skipper's Last Stand, aka the custom harpoon gun we got from Longfellow himself for beating Shipbreaker. And the legendaries are going to be the thing that absolutely messes up here, because he's literally got the thing sticking in his face, and he's still coming at us. Good grief. And also off camera, you didn't see it, but this thing is fully upgraded now, so that's why you're not seeing the flechettes. It actually is the strongest version of the weapon right now. So, even at its strongest form, it is struggling with these legendaries. So go ahead, take him out, take whatever gimmicky legendary item they have, if we have weight for it. Right now, I'm more worried about the sea of red enemies down on the radar here that's creeping up behind us. So this is a perfect chance to use your explosives. Just get them all funneled into one area and let loose, because if you don't, they are, as you can see. Because they throw frag grenades and they throw Molotov cocktails. So definitely don't let that stand, and fight right back. At this point, we are literally just trying to group them up and blow them all to smithereens. If that doesn't work, isolate and jab with the harpoons. This is literally the most Far Harbor that Far Harbor has ever Far Harbored. We are fighting on a Freightliner with old Longfellow using the Children of Adam legendary hammer, while we are using old Longfellow's legendary harpoon gun, fighting through the cargo bays of a crashed Freightliner. I mean, sometimes it just writes itself. As you can see, this base is enormous, and this is just the top side. We haven't even gone down below yet. This would be such a cool place to do like a battle royale. Like if there was a way to do player versus player or PvP here, this would be the perfect battle location, because I have never seen a more fun battlefield than this place. It's got a top tier, it's got a bottom tier, it's got a back end of it that got ripped off during the crash. As you see, it's even got a little tugboat down there beside it. So, so much to explore on this thing. There's no way we could do it in simply one episode. Just come here and have fun. And as you can see, trying to get downstairs is going to be a hassle in and of itself, because as you can see on the bottom, the sea of red is still here. There's just that many trappers here. And again, this is a fully maxed out legendary harpoon gun, and it is still not taking these things out one hit unless they're the basic trappers. So go ahead, use every advantage that we can. If the frag grenades don't work, just burn them. Even if there's nothing there, just set it on fire. I'm sure we'll get something to run into it. At that point, let's go ahead and look down below. So, just like the Titanic, in a way, this thing ended up hitting rocks that were just off the shore and ripped the entire back end of the thing off. But it was, I guess, shallow enough here, or it just wedged itself good enough here that it was still able to stand. As you can see, we're on the underbelly of the Freightliner right now. And you can stand down there, as you can see with the trappers. I guess the best way to say it is it hit a rock and then beached itself. But either way, this thing is, honest to goodness, a spectacle. This is what I would consider one of the Fallout wonders of the world, just because of how enormous this place is. I mean, if you look at it in the daytime, this thing is honestly jaw-dropping. As we go ahead and fight our way through the little boat that was inside of it. As you can see, the trappers have done a great job of turning this into their main base here, as we go ahead and keep bringing the fight to them. As you can see, here's the little tugboat out beside it. It's got, again, all of the locations here just have plenty of base settlement items, items for upgrades, safes galore to lockpick. I mean, this place honestly has it all. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, because this is not even the main location that we're discovering this episode. So, as you can see here, we've just about got all the trappers cleared out. Let's go ahead down here, now that we're on the trash barge, I guess they've turned it into. As you can see just how big that thing is. Looks like we have one more trying to snipe us back there. Let's make sure he gets a face full of harpoons. And it is a scrounging trapper, and as you can see, fully maxed out, the harpoon gun can take him out in 3 shots. So just like that, he's out of here, and this place is pretty much ours to loot to our heart's content. Now what I am going to do instead is I'm going to go ahead and get an overhead view of this entire place so you can see just how massive this area really is. As you can see, they've decorated the heck out of the insides of this place, and we've even got Mr. Pebbles, the first cat in space. Why not? I mean, it's got to be better than the tragic story of the first dog in space. R.I.P. But as you can see here, this area has tons of things to explore and do, and for the love of gosh, why did I not see this coming? I mean, we literally took out the entire trapper base, and the second we get done, Mirelurk King has to go nosing into our business. So, we will pay him back in kind with plenty of harpoons this time around. Don't worry. You're not getting the harvester treatment today. We'll fight you legitimately. Mainly because he's throwing projectiles just like we are, and if he wants a projectile war, I will absolutely take him up on that every time. As you can see, it takes a ton of hits to take down the king, as you'd expect. Still always wondered, though, why they are nowhere near as strong as the queen. You know, it's kind of like in Fallout New Vegas, where you had the Queen Alpha, whatever they called it, Deathclaw, in that quarry. And you also had the male that was defending her, and both of them were like super bosses. It's so bizarre how the king is so much weaker than the queen. But as you can see, some person in a wheelchair went careening off a cliff. I don't know if that was intentional, self-deletion, or if someone sinister did it. But love that they put all these random pieces of eye candy all throughout the islands. And as you can see, we're just climbing back to the top of the mountain, so you can really see this thing, just how big it really is. I mean, from the top here, looks like the guy was drinking. Maybe he was drinking and wheeling. I don't know. But just look at that thing. The MS Azalea is a sight to be seen. As you can see, they just threw all the random guard towers up impromptu in front of it. And as you can also see and go to, the very back end of the ship ripped off during the beaching. So it is back there, not too much interesting. What is interesting is now us going to Northwood Ridge Quarry. We have teased this location to heck and back. We are finally here, and this is where we're going to get pretty much everything important. So as you can see up there, that is not a turret shooting at us. That is a legendary relentless trapper, and he has our weapon that we need. Literally one of the strongest weapons in the entire game, because yes, that is our Gauss plasma rifle. I forget what they call it. It's the rapid fire one, the heavy weapon laser plasma thing. Don't worry, we'll see what's exactly called in this game soon enough, but it's not to be easy. As you can see, he can even take old Longfellow down like it's nothing. We literally shrivel up in seconds, and it's just because of how strong that weapon is. I literally used it on a Mirelurk Queen to test it out. I was able to defeat the thing before it could even walk to me. It is that crazy overpowered, and it's actually fueled by fusion cores. Same thing, it fuels your power armor. So let's go ahead and just get all of them coming to us. We have plenty of grenades to keep them entertained for days. Because as you can see, their base is in the center of the quarry, up on top, and they make you come to them in one of the two directions. So it basically is in the shape of a giant horseshoe. And you can go left, you can go right, does not matter, but either way, you've got to make it up there to the top. As you can see, the Relentless Trapper is clearly the strongest one, because they take an eternity to take out with multiple headshots with a 50 caliber. And here comes the big man himself with our weapon. So, if you could kindly cut it out. I mean, he's not going to. We know he won't, but at least give him the benefit of the doubt. And at this point, I don't even think we're able to throw the grenades far enough. He is no dummy. His AI is actually pretty smart here. So let's go ahead and try and corner snipe him. Not worried about the underling right beside him that's trying to shoot us with a pistol. I mean, that's not gonna work. And at this point, let's just pop the Psycho. Let's pop the Med-X. Old Longfellow doesn't like it, but he can deal with it because the big man is out. And so is the Stalking Trapper, just like that. So, let's continue on and let's finally get this outstandingly powerful weapon. And it is, let's see, you're not the legendary, you are the freezing Gatling laser. There it is. For some reason, I kept thinking Gauss rifle, but yes, Gatling laser. Because I remember that thing being literally one of the strongest things ever in Fallout New Vegas. I mean, I would just torch everything with that weapon. And the crazy thing is, it's just as overpowered in this game. Now, it does use fusion cores, but the core gives you 500 ammo. And to be honest, I've never seen it actually go down, which is really weird because I had 16 fusion cores at this point, and when it runs out of ammo, it takes forever to reload. I mean, that's the only downside to it. But when it does reload, it just goes right back to 500 ammo and says I still have 16 fusion cores. So I don't know if it takes multiple reloadings to use a core or what it is, but honestly, it's the only weapon you need. It's pretty much game-ending weapon, but obviously, eventually fusion cores, I'm sure, will run out. So, I guess save it for the strongest things that you go up against, as we now have this area cleared out, and we have access to their base, which has a cooking station. It also has a weapons station up here, as Longfellow finally joined us. And it also has one of our notes, and the Perk Magazine is actually in the quarry itself behind us. So let's go ahead, now that we're here, you can actually see the note on the table right there. We'll get back to that. At the moment, we're just looking at what all they have, because bed is nice. As you can see, quarry note number 2. Again, we'll get to it. They are no longer using the wet floor sign, so that's good. And as you can see here, there is a lot of things you can have fun with here. So it's a chemistry station that they have. I think the weapons one is in the shed. So they have the cooking station and they have a chem station. You can also see the advantage that the guy had with the Gatling laser up here. I mean, you're literally able to see in every direction on top of this thing. Here was his perch that he was hidden behind. So really, really tough enemy to take out. As we go ahead and continue around here, as you can see, plenty of good items for settlements to be had here. And ultimately, we are going to disappear into the quarry. That's where we're going to get the final Perk Magazine of the 5. These are the Islander Almanacs. And you better believe there's going to be opposition. They're not just going to let us have anything for free. And as you can also see, there's a red button here. Yeah, watch what happens when you press it. So someone actually rigged up explosives all throughout the quarry that go off whenever you press that button. And unfortunately, when you press it, enemies now spawn down there because you've pretty much woken up the entire neighborhood and they are not happy about it. So let's go ahead and repay them in kind by literally just blowing up everything the second it gets here. Also, missiles in the bag if the random explosives in the quarry didn't do it for us. Now, there is a limited amount of times you can actually press it. Eventually, it's just to do nothing because there will be no explosives left. But as you can see, the trappers are literally walking right into our trap as we're turning it against them there and just blowing everything sky high. And we will take out the straggler who is smart enough not to wander into the explosive zone over here. And it looks like there's one more down there. Don't worry, the blast should take care of it. And if it doesn't, we will figure out where it is. There it is. So, Scourging Trapper, yep, the explosive took him out. I mean, when in the game have you ever just been able to blow up the entire battlefield? This is absolutely genius. Again, I've lost count of how many times we've actually pressed this button. I feel like it's at least 3 or 4 times you can use it, and then it just does nothing. You run out of explosives, and that's fine. Because as you can see, that battle is over, and we are going to finally look into the quarry itself. So this is where the flaming machine gun turret was. Let's head on in. And here is, as you can see, where we're going to find the final Perk Magazine. Don't worry, it is heavily defended. It's basically a really small cave, is all this is that we have to deal with. Thankfully, they were a little bit merciful on us, considering what we just went through. But as you can see, the second you see these traps laid out, you know there's raiders, or in this case, trappers nearby. So, as you can see, they're all ganged up in a guard tower up here. And that's also going to be where our Perk Magazine is. So, we could wait and snipe them out, or we could just go in grenades blazing. Probably going to be the better option here, because let's be honest, these things never go down to traditional gunfire, ever. So, let's go ahead, at least get them marked so we know where they're at. That way we can keep an eye on them. As you can see, there's 3 enemies over there. And once we have their location and we know they're grouping up, we know what to do. Bombs away. And apparently we blew up something else that was already over there. But when you see the experience thing fly, you know you did a good job. As you see, they're actually returning our grenades right back at us, so be careful. And old Longfellow just took one of them out. We're going to guard his back with every grenade that we have. Switch if we need to. Molotov cocktails, they can get those too. And just like that, this area is just about good. I mean, old Longfellow with that hammer is just absolutely legendary. He cannot be beat with that thing. It is hilarious. And we've got, of course, a relentless trapper. This is the ones that literally take an eternity to take down. I mean, at some point, enemies literally turn into bullet sponges, and they are the very definition of a bullet sponge. So, let's go ahead, drink our drink, which old Longfellow liked, and let's take the fight to him. Because, I mean, buddy, do you not see the person right beside you? Good grief. That I've heard of being focused on the enemy, but at some point, you have to realize there's someone poking you with a .50 caliber rifle right in the side with a bayonet. Don't know how they missed that, but sure, we'll take full advantage. And just like that, this area is good. So as you can see, that's where they're hanging their meat. And that is not what we're interested in. What we're interested in is the chem station back here, as well as all the ammo crates, all hidden behind these protective walls that they had set up. And ultimately, our magazine is going to be where all of them were huddling together up top. So as you can see, there's another cooking stove here, in case the one down below didn't get you what you needed. And now that this area is done, let's actually work our way into the base. Again, really, really good place for ammo and aid items here. Since we have a lot of crates of like Radaway, Rad-X, stim packs, and plenty of weapons. As you can see, even the trappers themselves have stim packs for us. Let's just keep pushing up into their base, because at this point we've pretty much cleared out the entire location. And up here somewhere is going to be the final Islander's Almanac. And it blends in kind of well. Just kind of have to find the right sheet of paper that's laying around. It's not that one. And we don't need the bed just yet. As you can see, plenty of caps in the steamer trunk to take advantage of. There it is. Literally, they blend in so well. If you don't know to be looking for them. But just like that, all of our Islanders' almanacs are done. So we had the one in Far Harbor, you had the one that was here in the quarry, you had the one in Acadia at the Children of Adam place, and the one at the National Park Visitor Center. So that's all 5 of them. Let's go ahead and continue on. Once we get back out here, we have to first go ahead and get our note that's back at the main base, and then we can finally get the second note, which is stored in the warehouse right beside it. So yes, there actually is a warehouse to this location. No enemies to worry about, though, when we get there. As you can see, they've done a great job at holding off all the Mirelurks, so we didn't have to deal with them for a change, especially the dang hunter, because I'm still having nightmares about that thing. And now that we are back out here, let's go ahead, not be drinking Mirelurk-infested water.
Water won't kill you.
You knew we couldn't get lucky. You knew at least one of them was going to hatch. We should just left them alone and went on. That's okay. Old Longfellow's there to whack anything that gets in his way. So we're just going to let him have at it. And we are going to make our way back up top to the main base. So as you can see, it's basically a water trap in front of it. Nothing interesting under the water since it's just shallow water, and you actually can't see where the explosives were placed. Just know that they're all over the place, and thankfully we used them all so the enemies can't use them on us. As you can see, we literally vaporized even razor claws over here. So let's keep it moving and let's head back up to our base. So again, it's in the shape of a horseshoe. The base is at the top center. As you can see, they have their own tanning station on one side. They also have their own meat station on the other. As you can see, all the hanging rag stands. And they actually are really good meat to make because they also increase your strength. So if you need a boost in carrying capacity, cook you some ragstad. Always good to have on hand. And the trappers always give you plenty of them because they always have these things hanging around like decorations. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our way into the base itself. And while we're here, we might as well cook up everything we just got. Just to go ahead and get that condensed in our inventory. And now that that's done, let's go ahead and find that second in the series notes. So we're actually again reading them in reverse order because the first one is hidden in the warehouse beside here. So most likely this is going to be the first one you see as you go through here. And again, as you can see, nothing else of major interest here. Just a really, really cool location that can absolutely give you vertigo if you're not careful, because this thing is clearly leaning downhill. So be careful because it can absolutely drive your equilibrium wild if you let it. As you see, scouring everything interesting that we have out of this location so we don't have to come back. Just plenty of good items for settlement builds and such. All capping things off with the chem station that they have here, which is always good for getting yourself large amounts of XP for just mainly items that you're just going to throw away anyway. Northwood Ridge Quarry has absolutely been a lifesaver on our entire journey just because it is perfectly located in the center of most of the action in the entire DLC. So time and time again, this is going to be a place that you fast travel to. And as you can see there, we go ahead, clear up our inventory with the chem station, and now let's go grab that note, since this area is finished. So what we have here, Working days setting up the explosives in the quarry. Everything went fine except the Tom accident blew himself up. Simply press the button to set off a series of explosions. I ended up hooking up a total of 6 that should keep us safe enough to repel another attack. So, 6 of them in total. As you see right beside is a mini nuke. Now, back down in the quarry, because like I said, the other note is in the warehouse. So the warehouse, if you're facing the quarry, is on the left of it. If you're in the quarry, it's on the right. So as you can see here, we are coming out of the quarry, so it's going to be just to the right of it. And it's kind of on the hill right there, you can see in the distance. Don't worry, there's no enemies you have to worry about over here. There is just good lockpicking and a lot of things you can use to help with inventory management. As you can see, we've got explosive crates around here. Really good area for loot, as long as you can keep those trappers at bay. Because the one with the Gatling laser, I'm telling you, just eviscerates you before you can even get close to this place. I mean, he is a menace to take down, but absolutely do it, because he literally gives you one of the strongest weapons in the game. So, let's continue up here, and this is the warehouse area right beside it. All we are interested in is the main building itself. As you can see, there's just equipment and items in all the others. Random person who got wiped out on the job, and we are worried about this. So as you can see, the entrance is not easily found. It's right on the corner here, but that one is chained, so we have to go around back to get to the other one. Grabbing plenty of Mr. Handy fuel along the way, since rare commodity but unusually heavy. So let's go ahead and drop that mess and continue on the other door. Careful, there is a grenade trap. So, just because there's no enemies doesn't mean it's harmless. And now that we've got that taken out, let's see what is actually in here. We've got Carlisle typewriter, we've got a desk fan, there is a fusion core for us to add to our collection, and let's go ahead and unchain the other door so we don't have to run around the building every time. There is the weapons station that I was thinking was in the main building, but it's in the shed instead. And just like that, we can get the final note to our series in Far Harbor here. So, quarry note number 1, been tasked to set up explosive charges scattered throughout the quarry to repel another attack. The plan is to set up at least 3 series of explosives. I'll hook everything up to a button in the main shack balcony overlooking the center of the quarry if we're ever attacked. So, they were basically teasing you with it if you didn't discover it right away. So if you went to this building first, you could have figured out what to do, and now we're going to go just in between these 2 locations. And we are going to find ourselves a giant guard tower in the middle of nowhere. Whatever you do, don't go near it. Take out that relentless trapper no matter how much you have to cheese it. It just looks like he's shooting at you with a pistol, but don't believe it for a second. For the love of gosh, take this thing out before he gets any bright ideas. The reason being, he has a Fat Man mini nuke launcher. So, don't go anywhere near this guard tower until you clear the enemies out, because any of the other ones could pick it up and use it against you. So, make sure the enemies go down before we get close to it. It's not a big location, but it is extremely difficult, because it's basically a vertical treehouse, you might as well say, with a dang mini nuke launcher that 3 different trappers could get. So, again, this is right by the Rock Point Camp and the Children of Adam Sanctuary, and right here it is Zephyr Ridge Camp. Basically the giant treehouse, that's what I like to call it. Or a tower, however you want to consider this thing. As you can see, it's got a weapons workbench that we can take advantage of here. Since it is a trapper location, we can get our radstad meat so that we can make the good food that actually increases your strength. And let's keep moving up here. As you can see, There he is. There was the Fat Man mini nuke launcher, and he's got a mini nuke just sitting right beside it, in case you didn't get the clue just from his weapon. The book's been burnt, so nothing to get there. Finch Farm is under attack because they keep attacking everything while I'm in Far Harbor. I swear to goodness, we already lost one of our settlements because of that. And a very unique looking terminal that controls the spotlights here. So I'm sure at some point enemies will probably respawn here and catch me off guard as I'm walking through, so I'm absolutely deactivating their spotlights and hoping that they are not smart enough to turn it back on. But now that this is done, the main locations on our island tour is done, so what we're going to do is finally head back to the Commonwealth itself. Now, old Longfellow is about to idolize us. I don't even think he's going to get through the very next quest. So in the next episode, you're actually going to see the end of old Longfellow, at least for now. He's definitely one of my favorite companions, hands down. I mean, the man is like a tank. As you see, we're going to the Nakano residence and then immediately to Boston Common. Now, the reason for this is I am sick and tired of having to constantly take my helmet off every time I do anything in this game right now because of the charisma gap. So I'm finally going for the charisma bobblehead, and for those who are familiar, that means Jack Cabot is up next. So we'll at least go ahead and make our way there now with the supremely overpowered Far Harbor weaponry. I honestly feel sorry for anything that we're going to run across doing this quest, because we've got a Gatling laser, we've got Skipper's Last Stand, we've got the Harvester, and we've got our rapid fire shotgun and triple barrel missile launcher. So if you could ever be overpowered for a situation, we are for this. So expect the Jack Cabot one to be done in literally one episode. So we're absolutely going to see the conclusion of old Longfellow next time, because I think he only needs like one more positive thing and then he idolizes us. And I'll tell you, he has a really cool perk. It's basically a hunting based perk that helps us with increased damage on certain types of enemies. As you can see, as we pass the mass fusion building and keep going north, we are going to make our way first to the Boston Bugle building and ultimately to the Cabot family home. This section of the Commonwealth is an absolute nightmare to actually edit because there's so many locations literally right on top of each other. As you can see here, Cabot House, it is guarded by Sentry Bot and Mr. Handy.
Go away.
Let me in. Edward Deegan asked me to come here.
Oh, it's you. Good. Come on in.
As you can see, they're extremely defensive of outsiders. I don't blame them. If you're not already, please check out the Fallout 4 playlist. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Some more Concealed videos. We'll see you back next time. Take care, everyone.